Actually, Sophie, give me a sec. Give me a second as I transition over. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Paranormasight. By the way, have you guys heard about this game called Stray Gods at all? It's real good. It's real good. Anyway. Probably a playthrough at some point on that. Because now I know that it's replayable and shit for that, very much so. But, yeah. So, last time on, Brandon, Peak Fiction already happened. It already happened like 2 months ago. Again, Stray Gods came out then. I don't know what you're talking about onto that. Yeah.
Thank you, Roxas. You should probably mute that now.
Yep, let's, mute that now. Yeah. So, about a week ago on, well, yeah, over a week ago, last time on Paranormasight, only good things. Nothing bad happened at all whatsoever on that. No big, disgusting revelations were revealed whatsoever. None.
Also, to be fair, something good did happen because we learned someone who could have potentially done some bad stuff is not able to do bad stuff anymore.
There was no bad things whatsoever. I don't know what JoJo is talking about in the post of the day right here. I don't know what he's talking about on that whatsoever. That's a fake post right there. Okay, y'all are lying. Y'all are lying so much right now. But, yeah, anyway. So I feel like we gotta be getting into, like, the Act 3, basically, of the game at this point, right? Kind of deal. Feels
We're
like.
getting there.
So,
Getting there.
yeah, so I am a little wondering which of the paths to go on next at this point. I feel like it's been a bit since we've caught up with Yako and her crew on that, so...
We're trying to get information out of dude that almost killed Yako in another timeline.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think that. She is technically the most behind out of anybody in the timeline right now, so...
Fun thing I realized, because channel I watch also started doing their own Let's Play of this game, so just the prologue is fresh in my mind again.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that one guy who we kind of killed when we were playing as a Shogo, and like they put us in darkness and we never even saw their face?
That dude right here?
Pretty sure it was Araishi.
Yeah, alright. Yep. Okay. No, not B. A button. A button controller. Thank you.
Oh. I mean an apple. Oh no.
Do you need me to go to another plot while you're eating apple? Currently?
No, the show must go on. I can multitask.
Look, I voice someone like in like all these paths, and I'm gonna have to step away for a quick bit to get pizza rolls that are in the oven, so that's gonna be fun for me.
You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot into a cafe. You'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that.
We know. It'll be okay.
So, what do you want to ask me?
Yako, if you would. Right, we want to ask you about this.
Oh my, that's a curse stone. And Okame mask. That must mean the fool's possession. So you two were at the school last night? Damn, there of all places. Yako, are you one of them? Are you a curse bearer?
Please calm down, Mr. Arashi. Your reaction's kind of too intense. It's kind of scaring me.
Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you want to know about your curse stone?
What would be the best way to approach this? It's just, a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones.
Well, it's true that I'm likely the most well-versed person in the matter.
You count on Mr. Arashi. Won't you help us, please?
Oh,
Put on
am
the cute
I
girl
now?
face.
In that case, there's no harm in hearing what you have to ask.
Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Svene Mystery curse stones happening now?
Oh, taking an interest to that. You received one of those curses, have you? Sound like a researcher starting to question your subject's origins.
Mr. Rashi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, aren't you?
No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research.
Then, do you know the ancient Amiyoto ritual known as the Feast of Shadows?
What about it? Something of the occult? From, sorry. Mrs.
Kurosuzu.
Miss Korozuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise.
Why does everyone have to say that? Do I look that gloomy? Why do you think the rite and the curse have appeared now? I believe this is an intentional work of someone.
It's certainly not something that would be caused by accident.
BRB, pizza rolls are pretty much ready.
Alright. Why is it you want to know?
Well, may not tell us anything else if we say we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Well, you see, we just have some intellectual curiosity, and think we could really use your research.
I see. Now that you mention it.
Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then, how about... Then, what does the Record of Fates have been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection?
Oh, I see. So that's what you want to know. Allow me to elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish it in the paper.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come on, it's real neat. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the later half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but well-known Omiyo Uji called Simon Tsushi Mikado. It's important stuff. If nothing else, remember this.
And I'm back.
Semi Ishikomako, I never heard of him.
I'm sure you haven't. He was born to a famed Yojimi family, but split to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so is written in the Record of Fates.
Huh.
As brilliant as the seaman was, he was also an eccentric. He devolved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself in this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in the Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are writings seamen recorded in the road of Edo.
I see. So, he wrote to form the rite itself?
The Rite of Resurrection makes use of the Ebo no Semi's specialty, the Teizien Fukin ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dreads to replicate the souls of the dead spirit that's been called.
Oh, wow. I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it is thought only the ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dreads in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then when the soul dreads are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Records of Fates end there.
There's no more? What about the Seven Mysteries or the Curse Stones?
There's nothing written in there about them in the Record of Fates. The Curse Stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to be used in the rite.
Huh. Not so much of what Mio said, actually.
Yay, historical lore dump.
Excuse me, Mr. Arashi.
What is it, Ms. Kuzuryu?
You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rise of resurrection and origins of the Svene Mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof do you have of that?
You really know your stuff, but about that. That was somewhat of a sensationalized piece written for the occult magazines.
Oh, really? It's just some nonsense then.
Even that
Bruh.
professor, you saw that? Not exactly. Rather, it's a complete It's not a. It's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it.
And that is.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling a couple of students so passionate about the topic.
Thank you!
This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It's something after Simeon Rite in Honjo. There's a record that conflicts over a conflict. Blah, blah, blah. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used in the resurrect the dead in Honjo.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead?
I don't know the details. A man incited in the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That's the only remaining reference.
9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual.
I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it's long been the subject of my research. And I suspect Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo.
So what you're saying is, resurrection ritual at the roots of the Honjo incident is Semai's rite of resurrection?
Yes, that's how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put them in chronological order, first Seaman brought the rite of resurrection to the Edo. We can assume that by this point Seaman was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over the rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing them from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events.
So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite.
And there's more.
Hmm?
With the most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory.
You are?
Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones.
Resentful memories.
Yanko, if you're really a curse bearer, then you obtained your curse stone, you would have a resentful memory imprinted into your mind.
Oh, I did.
Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time was spoken as 7 mysteries, thus gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident.
Huh.
That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's possession, Yako.
Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Just don't
And
make
again,
that
he
face.
lost his stone, so it's not like he'd be able to do much to us anyway.
I just have one request. Never make that face near me ever again. What the fuck?
Okay, Mr. Arashi, I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's procession.
Excellent. With Sony Vegas transition.
Blah,
Ugh.
blah, blah.
So basically, it was about a woman who died falling from the Yagaguri Tower at the festival.
Looks like a
Interesting.
Gura Tower. I need to double check that.
Not that one, then.
Not the one. What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims of the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 cursed echoes, one of them is Seaman himself, or so I suspect.
Oh, that's what Yagura Tower is. It's basically just a castle tower thing. Like, Yagura is literally the word for tower.
Huh? Simai was one of the victims of the Honjo incident, too. Meaning, an Onimoshi as powerful as him also became a curse echo?
Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to the curse echo would be special.
The power of the curse stones is different based on the curse echo. Mio! Then maybe the Simai curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
What are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing, sorry!
Smells like bullshit, but I'll go along with it.
Mr. Arashi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Possession make 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
What are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. Inomijumi appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not Seaman, I'm afraid. A female Ojime, who sought the rite of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which have always been taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seaman. Her curse echo was notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So a female Omiori, rival of Seaman, was involved in the Hojo incident. That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse is from a craftsman at Natsuke Carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead.
The rite of resurrection.
Precisely. This man, Jinkichi, must have been in contact with Seaman. If I could just collect all the memories, everything would be revealed and the truth of the 7 mysteries would be mine. Not that is the knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own.
Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was.
I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you?
Now that's more of a face of I really wish I knew. God damn it!
Or he's holding it in, one of the two.
It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell the truth, we're in a race against time. It could have been a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they will use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left the message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen?
I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Arashi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. Truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. Before I knew it, an old document had fallen out down to my feet.
1 month ago? She specified the time period?
I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from that voice since then.
It must have had you spread the rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the rite. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this.
Hence why I went public with the Record of Fates. Higaku and the occult magazines immediately jumping at the news the financial boon for me.
Huh, Hikai, as in Hikaku soaps?
Right, I mean, no, that's not important, just some personal business.
Doubt.
After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the results I have. Very well, I told you this much, I may as well give you one more thing.
Thank you. What might that be?
That's Siemens' Record of Fates. There's a sort of continuation to it, another document called the Record Fates Yin Scroll.
A continuation?
Actually, a section written by Siemens' own hand that apprehended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Siemens lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote an adium of the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into cursed echoes and be used to gather soul dreads. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange?
What's the matter, Sasuke? You think my information's inaccurate?
If Simon died in the Honjo incident, then he could have written an addendum.
You really don't get it, do you?
Huh? Am I wrong?
Have you forgotten the ability Siemens possessed?
Of course not. He could use the rise of resurrect. Oh. You're telling me Sima used it on himself?
Rite of Resurrection can be carried out in advance so it activates when the soul dreads are gathered together. Then it's not possible that Siemens himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place.
But he still has to collect soul dregs needed to use the rite.
Yes, and that's why they died, the 8 others besides Siemens.
What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now.
That's why I need the resentful memories to learn the truth.
I get it now.
The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone, only this information was left. Supposedly, Siemens' blood descendants guarded it as they passed down from generations. Seems as though over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost to the family line branched.
Seaman has descendants, so there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
Yes, in fact, I tried to trace the line down as far as I could. He wasn't well-known Ojime to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seemed likely he used the manuscripts as been long forgotten, only passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. Wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fates Yin Scroll, Sima himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes?
Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or the Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know.
Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help.
You bring some useful information. I'll take into consideration your school grades as well. Bribery.
That's a crime. I have a question for you. We know that sea mine's one of the curse echoes. Do you think you know which one it is?
Would it be Nenjima's? That seems like the one I would think of, kind of deal. Because if Nejima is able to do like the big killing thing with that, I feel like that has to be it. Thematically, that would also make the most sense, I think, onto that. So,
Just think about it.
all right.
We learned a lot. So to sum it up, it was a tragic incident where people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection, the Edo period as well. And the record of fate, Jin Scroll may have information we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. But even Mr. Arashi didn't have any leads to where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved must now have some connection to it, I think.
I'm sorry, but Yako looked towards the camera and then Mio looked towards the camera. It's just just like Dora the Explorer. Do you know where it is? You do. Where?
Which is actually a fun segue there to a question I have for you. So Araishi mentioned descendants of Seimon. Do you have any idea who they might be?
Again, maybe Nejima, potentially. That's my best guess, because, like, thematically, that seems to be where it would go at this point, I think, onto that kind of deal. So, yeah.
I just love Vio just staring at you blankly right now.
You're... Mio's just like, I know you're wrong. You're gonna be wrong, I know it. That doesn't like out right now. Well, you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna do the swing where I blow your fucking mind later. Watch it. Anyway. Did you read this line already? I forget.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
You mean it. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curse is involved too. Right! So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to get information we learned to Inspector Tsukishimi. We got a pretty big clue here in the Record of Fate Yin Scroll. Mr. Shishimi might know more about it.
Smug.
Should we head back to school then?
Between smug and looking high on this at the same time.
For Mio, I'd say
you can't
smug.
see your pupils at all, kind of deal, is what makes it look high to me on that.
Yeah, that's our point of contact after all.
Knowing like the main character designer for this also did character designs for Neo Chui. Like, yeah, it's fun seeing the little connections you can tell with the universal art style of the artist.
Yeah.
Whoever's behind the voice that gave Mr. Arashi the Record of Fates must be the mastermind, don't you think?
You think, viewer.
Yeah, and it said like it sounds it belongs to a woman. There it is. I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's crash and make this spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now. I understand.
I am curious about this female voice of who that would potentially be, or because I'm not sure if that's also Nejima's not Nejima, Tsujima, Siemens, descendant is the same person on that, or they would be two different people. On that,
There's also the fact of that female Amayumi that was mentioned too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice. But I'm also interested in the female Omiyoshi that rivals of semen. Mio is just reading my mind. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Hmm? Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared away anyway. I'm sure it must have been hard to be reminded of Michio's death all that time. Oh, that reminds me, Yako. Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's all this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lighthearted and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks.
Plotting.
Hmm?
Excuse me, you girls over there? Oh, okay,
God.
this
Stranger danger, Yako. Stranger danger.
guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention.
And who might you be?
I'm Yutaro Namagaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up.
A curse bearer?
You don't need to be scared. I've already given up my curse stone of the foot-washing mansion.
The foot-watching mansion. So you're the one Inspector Tsukishima was talking about.
Alright, no, Inspector Tsukishimi?
Tsutsumi.
Tsumi, sorry. That makes it simple. There's nothing to worry about.
Hey! You're... in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes? Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namagashi. What might be the matter?
What was that about? I actually wanted to discuss something with you. Would you take the time to come with me a little? Is this about to pull a P5R shenanigans on me right now?
What do you mean?
Car on that.
Oh.
Is it about to pull bullshit like that?
Discuss something. With us?
You were talking about Mishima Sarayashi, right? It's related to that.
Huh.
I'm sure you will learn a few things yourself. If not now, later's fine. I'll be waiting on Ryoko Bridge.
Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What did we do? Well, I suppose we may hear what is it you have to say.
Glad to hear it. Then, shall we relocate somewhere else? Yako Sagahashi.
No, Roxas, it's not that he threw it away, it's that it failed when we confronted him as Inspector Tsutsumi, so we kind of confiscated it.
Yeah, we took it for ourselves at that point.
So, what did you want to discuss with us?
Let's see. How do I put it? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio Sarashi back from the dead.
What?
It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Fortunately, I'd given up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her. Which means it's the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this.
Well, I'm sorry this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you would want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio?
Well, we met briefly once. Oh, it was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day.
Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring back Michio. But we already decided not to use the Rite of Resurrection.
That's so. Seems, however, that we share a goal. Wouldn't mind collecting soldier heads for you if you agree to give me your curse stone, you know.
We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse.
I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I have given up on the curse stones.
Thank you for your understanding. Phew! I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back? Huh? Yako? Oh, did she go off somewhere while we were talking?
I thought it was gonna end right there on that. To find out later. Finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a scheduled secluded place, you got guts. Sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. Either you hand it over, or I'll take it by force. What? What? Are you? No. She's here again. I don't understand. Yep. Yep. Wait. It was just an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. That's why I'm trying to bring you back.
You're already too late. Congratulations, Pat! You stumbled in one of the game's first bad endings.
Yep.
Huh.
So, remember when the storyteller asked you where she might be during 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Remember how the answer was a candy shop?
Yep. So is it saying that Yako is her kind of deal? Was I right?
So, that's another thing. In an earlier conversation, I want to say with the other delinquent girl, they were talking about possession.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, okay. So that's okay. That makes more sense onto that point. Okay, so I was on the right track of it being Yako in some way on that kind of thing. He went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with unprecedented tragedy. From that day on, Yako Saki never heard from again.
Yep.
Okay, so there's one of the bad ending paths onto that too.
Yep.
So you might want to redo that a bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. I was on the right track. Onto that.
Yeah, and with that little reveal, like I was mentioning, yeah, Nico kind of called that twist.
Yeah, I didn't call the possession part. I thought it was like Yako was her like taking over Yako's appearance kind of deal or something like that. Her mannerisms or something like that. I didn't think about possession.
Yeah. Another fun bit of foreshadowing is stuff like Mio going, that's not what the kind of thing you'd normally say, because Yako is established in the profiles and stuff to be a pretty aggressive character.
Yeah. And that's a thing of... She is technically being possessed in everything, not just that ending, right? Onto that.
Yeah, Michio's always... It's kind of a subtle thing. It's a scale.
Okay. Alright.
Another fun foreshadowing is when you meet Mio in the flashback, you have the option to call her by her last name, and then she said, huh, you usually call me by my first name.
Okay.
Sorry, but there's something we gotta take care of. We'll have to pass.
That's so. Well, that's bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting on Yukio Bridge whenever you change your minds. You got out of the possession death, my guy. Wow, what
You
the
got a
fuck?
lucky-ass break.
Seriously? Dude, come on.
You were one question away from avoiding the bad ending.
I like how the bad ending takes significantly longer to go through on that than that. Alright. So I guess let's go to our detective friends again. It's been a hot minute for them.
Well, in the driver's seat, at least.
Yeah, in the driver's seat for it. Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see if more fucked up shit happens this time.
Yeah, that's it. So I wouldn't be surprised if part of it is like them meeting up with the officers after that scene.
Yeah. Boss! Just talk to the Sumdia Belisa.
Oh? What now?
They found an abandoned van in the Chibiya Mountains that looked like it'd been an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints from it, but they found blood splatters in the front. Guess what? The blood's a perfect match for Michio's.
Oh. So it must be the van that hit Michio.
You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to find that out. The license plate has been removed, though, and they scraped off the vehicle's identification number. It'll take a while to identify the owner. Trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped.
Got it. Thanks for the report.
By the way, boss, we confirmed that Michio died in a vehicle collision. But are we sure that was really an accident?
Good question. I was wondering the same thing.
The damage done by the collision indicates that the driver was traveling at considerable speed, but there were no brake marks found.
Exactly, which suggests they may have been intentionally targeting Michio. Then what was the motive, you think?
Who would have a reason to kill Michio? First person that comes to mind is Kankurichio Iwata. After all, she knew about the crimes. But then Iwata was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. There's also a teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Konichi Jinochi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow.
You're right. Though both of them have fallen prey to her curse.
That's true. In that case, it's quite possible she'll decide to exact revenge on the person that ran her over.
Not just possible, she may have already done it last night, just like with EY.
Maybe in an alternate timeline that just happened like 5 minutes ago or something like that. Is there anything else that could have served as a motive?
The talisman, maybe? The one Yoshimi was looking for.
Oh, you think someone wanted to take it from her?
Well, the talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor in her house.
But doesn't a hit and run seem a little too drastic measure for a little talisman?
Then in the end, it might have just been an unfortunate accident after all.
Yeah, looks like that way. Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. With a bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that particular development. Still have my doubts it'll be so easy.
Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako should turn up.
I'd rather have him come sooner rather than later, but guess we just have to wait. Shall we head inside?
Alright then. Alright, let's go inside of the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment.
I'm sure one of them is not murdering a Four Eyes Glasses guy.
Yeah, there we are.
Is this a flashback? This one? Looks like it.
Find out.
Yako, 1 p.m. The high school, where we always are.
Ain't that interesting? The record of fate's yin scroll, huh?
Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from that teacher.
Thank you.
Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl was a success.
Ario, stop making things sound weird. Anyways, let's share what we found at Micho Shiraishi's house.
Yes, please.
One traumatic
That's a
explanation
lot
later.
of fucked up shit. Oh my god.
Yes. A man named Iwata kidnapped sacrifices for black magic. And Nishio helped with the kidnapping. And Mr. Jodo used that to blackmail her.
Yeah, okay. If you didn't get that, Yako was already possessed by her. With
If
that
you somehow
one.
missed that bad ending. Based on the report and looking at the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Janouchi and Iwai, if Michio Shiraishi did it, it would make sense. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shiraishi wanted someone to notice.
Ugh, really?
The ribbon that was left at the scene of Kohei's death is proof of that. Mio, I'm guessing you knew that already?
Yes, ever since this morning. But there is one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit.
Alright, so next dialogue paths for now.
So this record of fate's yen scroll, will it be able to spell the curse?
Yes, the source of this curse is a tragic event called the Honjo incident that dates back in the Edo period. An Omiyogi named Tsukishimaka. Tsukishimaka. Why does he have to have the most
Yeah.
exclusive
Tsuchi
name?
Mikado, yeah, it's a mouthful.
Sushi Mikado. Sushi Mikado.
We are going to mispronounce it, but we'll try.
Oh, we already have.
Oh, you guys have been mispronouncing like 90% of the words.
The show must go on. We're sorry.
To be fair, it's a lot different pronunciation of words that I think I'm used to in a lot of, like, Japanese games kind of deal. Like, I can usually work my way around it a lot of the time. This one, it's like, oh man, these are really long. Onto that, they're a lot harder to
Yeah,
pronounce.
the length is what can get you, because Japanese is very much a if you spell it, you can say it type of language.
Yeah.
Is said to have recorded a way to deal with the curse. So I think there may be a way to dispel the curse.
Right, I'll leave how to approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, but please make finding the record of Fate's Yin Scroll your top priority.
Understood. But, how are we going to look for it? It's possible that the descendants of Semai have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware about its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan crest or something to go off with. Maybe if we ask Paranormal Affairs?
Why is the dog barking?
That reminds me, Mio, was the Western black magic used by Iwaro and Nijima really just an imitation?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Boss said you knew about that sort of thing.
Do you not?
God fucking damn it. Well, I have some knowledge, but... How strange. I don't think I ever told anyone that. No, it's okay, Mio. No one's judging you. Right. It still feels a little weird.
Oh, right. About the mastermind. I had an idea.
Huh? What is it?
Is it about the chairwoman of Hayaku Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when we were telling us about the Iwata person.
Yep, whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She has money, too. It would also match Hideki Arashi's account of a woman's voice.
Yep, okay, that lines up on that, yeah. An evil business lady with supernatural powers? A classic setting.
If only we could confirm those powers of her were actually real.
Yeah, I think you need to go through the other stuff first.
So, what's your opinion on someone familiar with Western black magic?
If we could have looked at her grimoire, I could be sure, but... Based on their methods, I say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone can use and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable because they purposely required living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity. Wow, you know so much! I'm impressed. It totally matches with the vibe you're going on with. What do you mean by that? Don't worry, have some confidence! Right. Thanks, I guess.
Poor Mio. We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell HQ to look into her.
Yeah, I still think Mio's my favorite character out of everybody.
He's great. If that black magic is just imitation, then we probably don't have to worry about it.
I'm just glad things aren't getting even more confusing than they already are.
Arios had his limit. Now then, if we're nearing the limit, I'll stop beating around the bush. Time to tell it to you straight. Yako Sakazaki?
Me? Yes?
Take out your curse stone and give it to Mio.
My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket all this time. Thanks, I'm just gonna borrow it for a second.
Well?
Yes. There are still dregs inside after all. What? How did this happen? I didn't do anything, I swear! You have to believe me!
That was the other reason I was suspecting it was Yako, because it's like, you didn't give up the thing. There are probably soul dreads in that. Yeah.
It's okay, we know.
Yako, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you.
But...
There's no mistake that Jonouchi and Iwai were killed by that curse stone. But the one who committed the act is... the ghost of Michio Shiraishi that is inside you, Yako Sakazaki.
What? What inside me? What?
Yako, so are you familiar with Spectacular Spider-Man? You know the episode with the symbiote, right? Not to freak you out, but that may have happened to you.
It's 10 inches of venom inside.
Oh, no!
No, Sophie, no!
No! Super zoom in on the eye.
What do you mean? It's okay, Yako. Please calm down and listen. You've been possessed, Yako. By Michio's ghost. What? It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regrets, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yako. No, wait. You mean Michio's ghost is inside me? I've explained this once before, but just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you lose control of yourself. Normally, the mind will reject such attempts and will not do nothing more than affects one's mood or energy level. But Michio has powerful spirit sense to begin with. And because she's your friend, your mind was open in accepting Michio's spirit. For those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point, which also means it will be difficult to guide her spirit to the afterlife. No, wait, we merged? Me and Michio's minds are... But, I don't feel different at all. I mean, I'm me. I think that's because after she merged with you, Michio, I started to believe that she was you as well. As a ghost possessing you, she is not fully conscious, only really a jumble of vague memories. Still, there are traces of consciousness and memory of Michio Shirashi. You've been acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with a powerful influence. Really? That having been said, you don't have a proper understanding of the regrets Michio Shirati had when she died and why. It would be difficult to separate from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly evoked her ghost, I could have risked causing her to dig deeper inside your mind. Oh no. When we mentioned limit earlier, we meant that by letting things proceed like this, there's a possibility that you would be joined completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you'll never be able to tell which your thoughts belong to her and which belong to you. What? That's so scary. I mean, I won't be myself anymore? But if it's Michio, maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, well, she's on a murder spree right now, so that's a problem.
Oh, I don't know. What should I do?
By the way, real quick, another fun bit of foreshadowing they had for this. Remember when Mio asked you what your name is, like, back at 8 a.m.?
Ah.
But if it was actually Michio who used the curse stone while I was unaware, wasn't it? Does that mean her ghost has already taken over my body? Well, about that, I think it's probably the effect of the curse amplifying murderous impulse, and the influence of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost's power was boosted. And strengthened by the feast, Michio's conscious surfaced and took control of your body.
You also wore a giant black suit and started swinging from the streets and stuff like that.
But, you know, like,
I'm giving you guys material for current stream chat. Use it for the love of God.
And that means...
yeah, imagine the combination of vengeful spirit of your best friend combined with curse stone that makes you want to murder more.
Yes, symbiote.
I was the one who killed them. I cursed them both. Yaku, no. You are being controlled. Right, Inspector?
Yeah, that's right. It's likely she'd be recognized as not being responsible for the crime due to the possession. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that.
No, you're wrong. I wanted to kill them too. Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned Michio didn't commit suicide, I wished all those cruel adults around me would just die. I had the curse stone with me, and I wanted to get revenge for Michio if I had the chance came. That's how I felt. Yako. Because Michio wasn't able to escape that terrible situation. It's so hard. It would be unusual for someone to take their own life. And I had this curse stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep living in silence, and I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Michio. That's why I killed them. Yako.
there you are.
Oh, hi, Michio. What's up with you? You have been worried sick since you've been coming to school lately. I feel like it's been forever. I'm glad to see you're doing good.
Yeah, sorry, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I have always regretted it.
Come on, you're acting like we aren't buds. You tell me, if anyone's making you sad, I'll take care of them.
Thanks, Yako. Actually, I'm here because there's something I want to tell you.
Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything.
Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying that I was forced to and didn't have a choice doesn't undo it. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty.
What?
I've done so much I can't take back, all because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell that I recreated for myself. I couldn't handle anymore. I start thinking about killing him and dying myself. Neither of us deserves to live in this world.
What?
But something went wrong, and that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you. And I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
Wait, you don't need to apologize.
It's only now that I realized. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends. And how we were able to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me.
No, Michio, wait! Huh? You're awake. Do you feel okay? I'm sorry I had to spring all that to you, Yako. What? Is this... Are we in a classroom? Huh. Was I dreaming?
I'm sorry to rush this along while you're still gathering your feelings, but we need to hear what Michio Shiraishi has to say. Now.
Right. And so, after considering what we want to do, it is true that Michio's conscience is mixed with yours. But if I summon her ghost, we may be able to establish some connection. Oh, I understand. So you thought to use the spirit board again? Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have actually been Michio herself.
Really? You think?
And that her spirit has been close to you ever since then. Then, let's do it! I think we should. I want to hear from her. Very well. I have no idea if this will work during daytime, but let's give it a try. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10-yen coin.
Here we go. Huh?
Right, like this.
Good. Now do as I do. Oh, specter of the spirit board, please visit us.
Oh, specter of the spirit board, please visit us.
Please tell us if you're there.
It's here.
Now, is this the spirit of Michio? Yako, would you ask the spirits?
Alright. Oh, specter of the spirit board, Are you the spirit of Michio Shirarashi? It said yes! Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking a question only Michio would know the answer to? A question only Michio knows the answer to. Let's see, then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. How much did that ribbon I bought with Michio cost? $490. That's right! Well, it seems we have the right spirit. Okay. Can I have you ask her a question? Okay, what do you want me to ask her? I want you to ask her about the location of Fukushima Mejima's hideout and the location of the talisman as well. Okay. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Please tell me the location of Fukushima Nejima's hideout. Please, terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. I'm sure it's painful to try to remember. You're the only one who can help us, Michio. Please.
We're not animating all those letters.
It moved. This is an address. She's giving us an address. Amazing. Thank you, Michio. Okay, I have the address. Thank you.
Alright, Ario, gonna move on and check out that address.
Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ and get a simultaneous house search and a sweep of the area.
I just hope this information is accurate. I know it is.
Yeah, I can only imagine what Ario's mind has been going through since he learned that spirit stuff is actually real.
He's had a hell of a 48 hours.
Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you know where the talisman that you had is? She does know! I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down. I'll try asking. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, did you carry around that talisman with you at all times? So she did carry it with you. Then, do you have it with you when you had your accident? Huh. She had it with her. But there is nothing resembling a talisman in the article she left behind at the scene.
So that means someone took it with them and ran off with it before the scene was investigated?
But who would do that? That would mean someone knew Michio has died before the police did.
The first person to discover and report it was the caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them?
Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run. But if it was a hit and run, wouldn't they have run away? It might be possible that they carried back, driven by fear, or something else.
Even if so, they didn't report it and went through her belongings. But to only take the talisman? Seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the very beginning.
How likely is that? If the talisman really is so special.
Ario mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just to take something from them? It's possible they just picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason.
Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of the car. Then, shall we try asking? I'll try. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you know who's behind the hit and run? She says she knows. That's a relief. If she hadn't known. Huh? In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detailed information about what happened as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife when we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't a forced exorcism. Oh, so that's what it will take. Alright, I'll try asking. Right. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Who was the one who ran you over? I hope she knows the name. I wonder... Nagamagi? Huh. Namimagi?
What? You mean Yutaro Namigaki? You two know him?
We talked with him after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? Oh, I see. So that's why Yako had that reaction when she saw him. What? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio.
What the hell's he playing without his curse stone?
He said he'd be waiting at Rigoku Bridge.
Got it. I'll join you there once we're done.
He's the bastard who killed Michio. Yako? This should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it. Alright. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. No. Michio. Thank you. You helped us. You know? I'm so sorry I didn't know about it all. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Jojochi. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I could understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you wanted revenge. I wanted it too. We all done things we wish we could take back. But I'm glad I at least know the truth. Yako. There's so much I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one last thing. Someday, can we hang out again? You mean it. Okay. It's a promise. Have you asked everything you wanted? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to guide Michio's spirit now. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Michio, with this, I'll finally be able to free you. Hey, Yako. Yeah? You never accepted the idea that Michio took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find the truth.
Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize how hard things were for her. Yo. Sorry. It's just... Michio. She's taken advantage by so many adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried to talk with her more. I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts thinking about all the things I could have done. Why did it have to happen to someone so kind and hardworking? It feels like she was ill-fated to the very end. It's just too cruel. And even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. And she let herself worry more about revenge than living. I'm mad at her at that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on! What was I thinking? Seriously, seriously? Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'll help you get your revenge, you idiot! I don't care you have changed or whatever, I just wanted you to live! Yako. I'll take responsibility for what's been done. But one day, if we meet on the other side, I'm gonna have to give you a good punch. Then I'll tell her that she's the real fool's procession. Or something. Then we'll hang out like always. Sounds like fun. Alright. I'm sending her off, okay? Oh, wait! Look, the coin, it moved to Noel on its own. You're right. When did it do that? It seems she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea what Michio wants? Me? Oh! Please, don't forget me. I think she told me she didn't want me to forget. I see, then. Michio, if you could hear my voice, let your feelings that you won't ever forget her be known. Show it through an action. What?
What's something you do to preserve memories in a game?
That's a clever one.
Thank you. Though, I don't really want you to punch me. So, I live a long life, okay? I'll see you later.
If I had a nickel for every time Sophie's had to do a big emotional scene in Paranormasight, I have two or three nickels at this point. It's weird to happen 2 or 3 times now, right?
I watched that part and I'm just like, fuck.
this game is gonna be high on my list for this year. It's gonna be really high. This game's getting really good on this. I need my detectives to have their big emotional moment, and then every group is happy, and then every group is met the quota at that point, okay?
Yako, are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, I feel a lot better.
Gotta say, I get they're trying to simulate walking, but the camera bobbing looked a little weird there.
It looks like they're on a car or something like that.
I guess I wasn't really feeling like myself recently. It was like there's a part of me I had no control of or something. Yeah, I think you're back to your normal self. I'm glad there weren't any problems.
I wonder if Michio was able to find peace.
I know she did. You don't have to worry about that. It seems that her regret was not being able to tell you what was going on, and growing apart from you.
Well, I guess I can forgive her for that.
But there's still something bothering me.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder what this feeling is. It's like there's a piece of her that hasn't left yet. Maybe it's an after effect. Maybe because you gave your stone to Chief Inspector Tsukishimi.
Doubt it. Having a curse stone shouldn't have any effect on your body. I mean, I've held like, what, 4 of these things now?
I'm fine.
But dealing with first curse stone's a lot of stress. Good work, Chief.
Someone's like a completely different person all of a sudden. But, are you really sure about this? Having us arrest you once this is all over? You might be able to get your case treated as just an accident.
It's fine. Treat me as same as someone who used a curse stone to kill someone. If anything, I should be thanking you for letting me go free until this is all over. So, thanks, Chief.
It's probably still a death charge at that point. You know that, right?
It's your choice, though.
Sumi's gonna try to be a little lenient on the punishment.
Yeah.
You're still a juvenile, Yako. Sup?
Whoa, you didn't say anything about bringing the police.
Sorry, but we don't have time to care about what you have to say about us. What business do you have with this girl now that you've lost your curse stone? I'll tell you this for free. I have her curse stone already.
I don't have any ill intentions. I want to tell you that I want to help if you intend on to resurrect Michio Sarashi. It's my intention from the beginning when I received my curse stone.
And that's why I took your curse stone. Man, you can't be too careful. Besides, what connection do you have to Michio Shiraishi?
We, met once. I was sad to hear about her news story the other day.
Uh-huh.
Met once.
I see. Well, I'm sure it must have been painful for you, but... Do you think bringing back the dead will erase the fact you hit her with your car?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can kind of see why she kind of killed him in that one route.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'll tell you, and you'll let me ask you some questions in return. Did you just get your license recently? We found a van with bloodstains on it, you see. It's only a matter of time before we find out who the owner is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Michio Shiraishi? Not only that, you killed someone with your curse stone, didn't you?
Stop! Get away from me! Damn it out. Damn it. Okay, I give up. It's all over for me. Afterwards, Yakutamanga gave his confession. He admitted to that he was behind the wheel of the van that hit Michio Sarashi. He explained that he was speeding in order to impress a girl he had in the car with him. After hitting the schoolgirl, he drove away and planned to wash the car in secret to destroy the evidence. But he was nervous and went back to the scene of the crime, urging of his passenger. When they returned to the scene, the female passenger went to check the victim alone while he sat panicking in the car. She returned and she told him we're unlikely to assume a hit and run, as it looked like to be a suicide from jumping from a height up. Afterwards, the pair parted and Yataro dumped the vehicle deep in the woods under the cover of night. Two of them decided to keep this accident a secret. The next morning, Michio Isarashi's body was discovered, and luckily for them, her death was ruled as a suicide. However, a darkness lingered within his heart. From that day on, the schoolgirl appeared before him, covered in blood, her limbs bent and broken, despite him in his dreams every night. Even when awake, he would see a phantom of her corpse in the dark, moaning and cursing him at all times. Troubled by the constant hallucinations, it was only a number of days before he suffered a nervous breakdown. Couldn't bear hiding what he did anymore and planned to turn himself in, but he was stopped by the passenger from that night. It was then he first heard about the rite of resurrection. He thought if he could resurrect the schoolgirl, it would be like the accident never happened. And with that, the darkness showering his heart would be dispelled. From then on, he searched the area associated with the Svene Mysteries of Honjo every night. He received the curse stone of the foot-washing mansion as a result.
I see.
That's right, I'm not a bad man. I wanted to turn myself in. It was that girl who tempted me.
Okay, calm down and listen, son. If you don't think you've done anything wrong, what would these girls think if they saw you run over that poor girl? I love how much doubt you can see in their faces there.
Yeah.
There's something I want to know. Do you know anything about a talisman that Michio should have had on her at the time of the accident?
Talisman? What are you talking about?
So you don't know anything. In that case, what about the woman who was with you? Can you ask her?
Oh, that's right. Everything is her fault in the first place.
Well, that may not be exactly wrong. Just riding passenger in a car involved in an involuntary vehicle manslaughter isn't a crime in and of itself. But according to your statement, she neglected her duty to seek aid and instigated you to neglect your duty to report the accident. And if she took an article from the scene, she'd also be charged with theft. Can you tell me who she is? You have no intent of hiding anything anymore, do you?
Yeah, that's right. It's her fault. Do what you want with her. It's time she faced what she done. Her name is Anao Tono. She's an art student I met in town.
What? An art student named Ayame Tono? Whoa. Are you absolutely sure of that?
What's the point of lying to you now? What, do you know her or something? She may look nice, but she's rotten on the inside. I like to meet her parents who raised her and someone like that.
Shut up!
Huh? What's wrong, Inspector Shukishimi? You're drenched in sweat.
That's his daughter, isn't it?
No. Wait. Damn it, why? How could this happen? Listen up, I'm taking this one with me down to the station for more questioning. You two go after the record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Got that?
Okay, we will.
Come with me.
Whoa!
Let's get going. Yeah.
And they waddle away, waddle. That's an image right there. Alright, yes, let's go commit crime.
No whammies.
Mio used the Yako assist.
Alright. So we've hanged out with our detectives and our two girls for a little while, so let's see. Don't kill anyone, Haruhi. Please don't do that.
So, I gotta say, like, being able to know the full story ahead of time made it real fun to voice Yasumi there.
Yeah, no, it is that's his daughter, isn't it? Full stop onto that. Like, he wouldn't have that reaction otherwise at that point, so... Yeah.
Boys having a day.
Everyone's having a day.
Yeah, we are clearly in Act 3 at this point. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. I feel it in my bones on it.
I have to go from angry old man to suave detective guy.
Yeah. Arue, Shigima.
From a girl who cured depression from someone who is Yeah.
Having a day. In further news, today the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of Toshima Shirashi around noon.
So that's been reported now.
The man, identified as Iwara, is said to have had a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at the time of his death. While further investigations are underway, it's suspected that the death is connected to the recent serial killings of Honjo. Evidence on the scene may implicate Mr. Iwara as an unsolved child abduction and murder charge from last year. I thought it was going to go back to Benji already on that.
Well, ma'am. It seems like we've managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps. Yeah, words.
Right.
I'm gonna kill a bitch. I'm gonna kill a bitch. Okay, ma'am, please. Calm down.
It's a big
Judging by the
deal.
official announcement, it seems what Iwai wrote is likely true.
Do you
It's a
even
beautiful day outside. The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming. On days like these, murderers like
Ma'am?
him
Ma'am?
shouldn't yeah.
Shikima!
Don't interrupt me right now. Please, I need this. Give it to me.
Intense bloodlust.
With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest.
Now that it's over, I can't help but think how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing if we had not found his journal.
Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these being exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Nejima murders. But stumbling across the answer by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered.
Me too. It's certainly disturbing.
Alright, let's reassess the curse situation.
Right.
I must admit, I never expected the police to be so on top of things. The Chief Inspector, Tetsuo Susumi, provided us a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers.
Do you think they noticed on one of them?
I'm pretty sure Ario didn't. The Chief Inspector, on the other hand, will have to be careful around him. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward.
Agreed.
Even if we steal a curse stone, you may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging onto the stone from now on?
Of course.
Not that I would do anything with it, right?
Just don't use it though, okay?
She says as she crossed her fingers. All right.
Gritty teeth saying that.
Richard.
Yes?
Um,
Ah, that's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible.
I suppose I don't mind.
Just need to see if there's a possessed child right there, you know. As you do.
I like to think at least learning what happened to her son put some of it off her brain, even if it's not the best revolution.
Well, now the problem is that's just turned to bloodlust now at this point is the problem onto that. There's no more anxiety, only rage now in her head.
Yeah. Well, with the kidnapping case all wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the rite of resurrection, yes?
Yes, we can.
Indeed. I'm counting on you.
If what we've heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko of Suguru left to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connected to those stories a few times.
I see.
I'm still highly suspicious of the people at Hihaku Soaps. They could be the one pulling the strings. That Takumi Yumioka fellow is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove useful.
You want to follow him?
If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice. But... damn it, times like this really have me wishing I had more personnel.
I imagine it's tough working on your own.
It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant.
You know that, you know, those Mikatobas. Yeah, they're very useful.
And then there's Nejima, who appeared to be a curse bearer too. The one-sided read, I think it was.
I can take
If we
it.
want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul dregs, well, look no further. I'm sorry, I missed what Sophie said.
I can take it.
God damn it.
Alright, just gonna be on a murder path for the rest of this playthrough.
Who would win, a serial killer or a mother with tons of anger issues right now?
A mother with a grudge.
He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall.
If he gets a chance to, if this Chief Inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well, there's a chance he'll manage to apprehend Nejima before he gets up to no good.
But why did you tell the Chief Inspector about the safe house, if he hadn't had that lead?
It was written in Iwai's memoirs. It was just a matter of time until he found out. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. I can't just turn a blind eye.
How different it is from any other curse bearers collecting the soul dregs.
Well, if we're talking Nejima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Nejima and the cops. My brain immediately thought of a clip from SAO Abridged for a line that could explain the situation.
Which one?
Well, think about the worst thing you could possibly think of, and then multiply it by cancer.
So I can't throw hands after all?
With that fucking face. Can't throw hands anymore. Or can I?
Okay then. What about the girl from before, Ayame Tono? Do you think she could be a curse bearer?
Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's stone by now.
That's possible too, but...
Hmm?
If we haven't been at Michio Park yet, the place connected to the Taigo of Sugarshri.
Ah, right, that's close to where she lives.
What if she's a curse bearer the entire time? She could have lied.
It's possible. It would make her a brilliant actress to boot. The idea's got me itching to investigate her again. Shame I don't have the Inspector's Curse Stone for that. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there.
You know, it'd be shaped just like a Nagatama, you know that, right?
I think it's time to move.
Alright,
Because the move icon's there.
yeah.
Then, shall we depart?
From this point on, you'll be given the option to finish investigation, which will allow you to immediately end this part. From here, you continue on to the next part. You can also come back to the section and restart where you left off.
Oh boy, this segment.
Is this like a particularly long segment for this part, or like?
No, it's definitely a lot more. It's an interesting investigation, I'll say.
Okay. First, let's go to the candy shop.
Yay!
Oof, days.
Oh, right, Mom. Should we go for Monchayaki or something?
That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now.
That's too bad. I haven't had great luck with this Mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Apparently most of these are just replicas of the real deal, but even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery.
Go ahead, go buy them all now. Just
Yay!
hit the, yeah. Looks apparently must have been a renovation not long ago.
Yeah, I believe if you do it enough times, you do get one of the Mockingbird collectibles.
Okay.
I think click on him again.
Just let me know when you want to leave, okay?
Okay.
Yep, okay.
Okay, maybe not.
I think hit the candy store then. I know it's something.
Oh, wait, maybe investigate, not talk. Like, go to his body
Oh,
instead of the head.
doing this next.
He slept in front of a kid store. It's weird an adult enjoying so much himself at a candy store.
Mockingbird,
Oh, it seems he didn't
Fuck!
do anything. He's trying so hard, even the kids are laughing at him. Okay. Here he goes again. Look at him smile. He must have won something. How nice.
Holy crap, this one's super rare. It's Fairfeather, the coolest peacock around!
Oh, so it is. That's a pretty big win, huh? There we go.
That's just a fun little thing to get one of the collectibles.
Yeah.
And now, serious time. I was out here last night looking for the curse bearer connected to the beckoning light, too. I'm afraid not, but they gotta be out here somewhere. Oh, okay.
Try looking around.
It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. You're right. There's so many old factories alongside this river. Must have been quite different in its glory days. But now most of them are closed down to the... Bleh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Huh?
I'll give you a hint to your left. Richard? What do you think that is?
Oh? I don't see anything.
Really? You don't see that? That thing looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air.
A ball of flame? Must be the curse echo. Maybe only the curse bearers are capable of seeing it.
But could such a thing happen in broad daylight? Okay. It's gone.
I wonder if that was the beckoning light's curse echo. That phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern.
In that case, does that mean a curse bearer is nearby? Anyway, so does that look familiar to you?
Like that ball of flame? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks familiar. I forget from what, though, who had that.
Do you want us to tell you, or do you want to figure it out?
Tell me, because, like, I just honestly have forgotten.
Do you remember that one thing you saw while Shogo was talking to, the business guy? Like, all the way back in the prologue, basically right after Yoko died.
Oh, yeah, I think so? On that? Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway.
Speaking of that...
Go to the...
A telephone booth. Doesn't look out of the ordinary to me.
Go to the playground.
Hello. Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground.
Did it catch your eye?
Perhaps. Now's not the time, though.
But it did get you interested. Does you want to play on it?
They made it quite the challenge. To pass through, you'd have to go underneath there.
He definitely wants to play on it.
Richter's great.
You can go take a look if you're that interested.
Alright, I'll go check it out, just to make sure.
Didn't have to think that long about that. What's it? Did he find something?
I found a mockingbird under the playground equipment! Damn, talk about lucky, it's number 19 Penny Prattle!
I see. Congrats.
Oh, I thought he was...
Richter's great! Playgrounds always get me fired up.
Yeah, I thought he was just actually excited about playgrounds. That's a lot lamer than I thought it was going to be. Onto that. Damn it.
This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park.
Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hyako soap employee?
That's right. His name was Shogo Okie.
I haven't been around since the prologue.
'Cause you're dead!
I know, it sucks. I'm right on the front of the box.
Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. If people in the company know about the rite, it only makes sense they'd look for the curse stones.
You think the chairwoman in Takumi has sent the regular employees out on the hunt for the stones? If that's the case, perhaps that Shogo died trying to take a stone from someone else.
Either that, or... he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone.
I suppose so, but... considering the location, wouldn't that mean the curse used was the Whispering Canal?
Good point. That would mean Shogo Okie wasn't the wielder of the canal curse himself.
Could have been the Beckoning Light, or even the Taiko of Sugaru.
I was here last night, and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal had already collected his stone. Ma'am, excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try.
Oh? Be my guest.
That playground over there.
Shogo Okie is the name of the person who died here. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hihaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. I think you have to investigate some stuff. The area was closed off to the public this morning after his body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopen the park like nothing ever happened.
People in the area show shockingly calm, considering what happened here. I think that we both putting there was a dead body here this morning.
From what I heard, it happened right about where you're standing now. Way to scare her, Richter. Way to scare her.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Maybe like do the investigate Richter thing, because that looks to be something you can do still. Not talk, but yeah.
A bunch of kids gather around Richter to poke fun at his clothing. Seems like kids come running on him whenever he goes. Not all too surprising for his attire. He has to complain about it though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids. Alright, I think you should be good then.
Yeah, I don't see anything else here, so... to the
Go to
park!
the park!
And then we'll go back home.
It's always the tree.
Blurry ass tree. Yo!
Wow, that was fast. Hey, that lady over there. That's Ayame Tono. Now, I forget if she shows up before this point or if you have to investigate the other places first. Alright, I'll be right back. I won't be surprised if you have to investigate everywhere else first.
Yeah.
And he's gone. Tozy really wanted to talk with her. Oh, there he is.
This is a meme format right here. Back. There we go.
Does he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? Does he mean to intimidate her? She noticed. I guess his purpose was to talk with her after all. I wonder what they're talking about. She doesn't look like she's planning to run.
Heard about a good deal learn and save your mockingbird.
Oh. They're coming here.
Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master, hmm?
Yes, very smooth.
Hello! Thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now.
Pursued? By who?
I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter?
From the police.
I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of mess she's gotten herself in.
Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please. The police have been in my apartment stocked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them say something about wanting to protect me, but something doesn't feel right and I got scared.
Do you have any idea why they're after you?
Well, I have been searching for curses, so... We shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you if they are you after for a good reason.
How cruel! But this handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily, would you?
It's unfortunate, but we've got reason to not get involved with the police ourselves.
What shady reasoning.
Love that face.
But if you got some Marcus secret to hide, you might as well cooperate with each other, nope?
By the way, I'm loving this voice you gave her.
I love
forgot
this voice. I
Yeah,
can't tell.
like-
It's like between a Valley Girl and something else. I can't tell quite what it is, but I like it. On that.
Like, it's been so long since she's been on screen. I legit forget if this is the voice you gave her before or not.
But I like this voice.
I think the Marcus...
That's a repeat dialogue there.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you gotta do the other topics first.
Ah.
Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect Hokusai going?
Hold on. Could you repeat that again? You got cut off.
Dang it.
Fortunately, that's been going quite well. Oh?
Does that mean you found someone to steal a curse stone from?
But I found kind of my last resort.
Which is why I can't let the police get me.
What do you mean by last resort?
You're really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Or should I tell you?
Ayami's faces are great. What if we made a deal? Well, in exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you tell us about your last resort.
Is that what you got interested? Oh, I got it.
Not at all, I'm just curious.
That excuse... Ew. I don't need... I'll just safe from my... One. Yourself.
I'm gonna exit the call and come back in. Discord's kind of freaking.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot there, Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie, maybe you leave and come back in real quick. Just. Sophie?
Sophie? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Well, we're up.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Am I made crystal clear?
We're hearing you right now, so.
That was a close one. I should know the only one who can count in this world is yourself. La-di-da-di-da!
We can't let her get away. Let's go after her.
Stop it! Get any closer and I'll scream!
Please, wait. We'll help you out with no conditions.
Well, if you change your mind that quick, that makes you all the more suspicious. La-di-da-di-da!
Great going, me. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay.
Could have been you don't know how to handle a girl like that.
Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her? Just in case.
Well... doesn't really bother me. Do you recognize there's police officers in my close family?
At least it'll allow us a way to keep in contact, no matter how small. So I think that it happened. I'm trying to remember. Is there anything else we need to do here? My Tono says her plans for the rite of resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal a curse stone?
Richard.
Hmm?
You know, I have one as well. A last resort.
You do?
Even if we don't steal another curse stone, I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I am prepared to use it.
So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own too? But that she despises the idea of using it to kill others, so instead she means to steal a curse stone with still drugs already in it. Doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taiko Sugaru curse stone. We still don't know much about that one.
Richard, that last resort Aname spoke of, it could be our chance. We can use her.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm trying to think of what else there would be to do in this section.
I think just go to the residence for now.
Yeah. The last area we haven't been to, so. Okay, we talked to everything.
Yeah. So, well, we have the option to finish investigation for
Yeah,
this purpose.
I think we got everything at this point, so.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting section.
Whoa!
Oh yeah!
Hello! Who the fuck are you?
I was wondering when this would show up.
Who the fuck are you? We're gonna save that. Hold on. Dark. Of course, it's not gonna give me anything on that fucking course.
Surprise!
Okay. do I be a jerk to you guys and do these two first next time? Make you wait for the third one at this. What do you guys recommend? Do you think I should do this mystery person first, or should I do these two first on that? What do you think? For next time on that.
I'm also noticing that one Tsutsumi section's just cracked, not done. So I wonder what that one's about.
Yeah,
I legit
this one,
forget.
the standing by one.
Yeah, because that's still marked as incomplete, pretty much.
Maybe is
I
that
don't remember.
is that a bad end in there? Maybe.
I
don't
don't
know.
think there should be a bad end. Also, look at arrows. It's just kind of good.
He's ready. Yeah, so they're doing the hunt and they're getting the scroll. And who the fuck is this? On that dark. Just trying to think darkness onto that during this time frame. What would that potentially be? I don't know. But shit. Alright. Got me interested for next time, so. Yeah, so actually looking at the calendar for this, do you think like 2 more sessions probably at this point, do you think?
Yeah, like 2, maybe 3 if things go on longer than expected. That's my thought. You, Sophie?
Yeah, I would say 2, but then I remember some of these monologue segments, and I'm like, all right, maybe 3. We will see how far.
It would be cool if we were able to beat it by the end of October. But if we have to go into a little bit of November, that's fine at that point. Yeah, no shit. This game's getting good, guys. It's getting real good.
we have reached the juicy bits.
Oh shit! All right. Well. We will see you guys next week at our usual Monday time. Adios!